Welcome to 100 Stories, 100 Voices. I'm your host, Cece, and I have my co host, Bishop, on the line with us today. Every person has a story, and it all begins with you. Today, we're sitting down with another inspiring guest to learn about their journey, accomplishments, and the lessons they've learned along the way. What's up, everybody? It's your girl Cece with Where It Begins and Cece in the City. I got my co host Bishop on the line. Hey, Bishop, how are you doing today?
Hey, I'm good. What's going on?
Welcome to the show. I'm excited to have you on. We have a special guest with us today. I'm gonna let him introduce himself of who he is, where he's from, and what he does. Hey, Jordan, how are you?
Hey, what's going on? I'm Jordan Jackson. I'm from Los Angeles, California. I live in Atlanta. I'm a content creator, producer, and actor.
And a comedian. Don't leave that out.
Yeah, all that good stuff and in between.
Oh, well, I'm happy to have you here. Finally got you on today.
Yeah, we've been talking about it for a minute. So,
Yes, we
finally,
have.
we're going to make it happen today.
But let's get into your My Look at God tour. Let's talk about this tour right here.
Let's get it.
Tell us more about the tour. What's going on? What can we expect?
Clean comedy show for all the family. It's a great opportunity to, just bring a great message with comedy. I'm looking forward to it. July 17th, I will be at Flappers Comedy Club. So I'm coming home, California, West Coast. Feeling good about that. Then I will be in New York at the City Winery August the 30th. And we're gonna have a great time. I got a few celebrity guests is gonna pop up. And I'm gonna show them a little bit of love. But yeah, man, this tour has been a long time coming, 10 years in the making, and it just feels good to come out and be headlining.
That's awesome. When is the one in Atlanta? Because you know I'm going to be there. You know I got to come and support.
Working on dates right now. Working on Atlanta, St. Louis, Chicago. So real soon.
Okay, and congratulations. Very proud of you.
Thank you.
Awesome. And I had a chance to see you at the Atlanta Comedy Tour. I mean the Atlanta Comedy Theater with
Mhm.
Country Wayne. So it was nice seeing you. You was funny.
Thank you. I appreciate
Yes.
that.
Yes. So I had to come and support you. But how did you end up getting on this tour with Country Wayne, and how did that go? Because I enjoyed it.
Well, Country Wayne is a clean comedian. I'm a clean comedian. And Garrett Abdul, who is the owner of the club that you came and seen us perform at, he was managing Country Wayne for a little while. So he introduced us and he started managing Wayne. And then so he put us together because I was clean, he was clean, and I had flight benefits. So he was like, shoot, let's just make it happen. So I went and introduced myself to Wayne, and Wayne already knew who I was from doing the funny skits and stuff, and our relationship started there.
Okay, all right. And I know that Bishop Country Wayne is from that area down where you're from.
Yeah.
So go ahead, Bishop. I know
Um.
you had a
So
question.
okay. Yeah. I'm from Statesboro area, 912 down that way.
Oh, that's what's
Um.
up.
Yeah. So, what is it really like? Being on a personal level with Country Wayne.
I
What
mean,
what type of speak to the type of man he is? Cause I know he's a stand up guy. He's younger than me, but I know of him.
yeah, he got a heart of gold, man. Like I said, he took me up under the wing and showed my talent to the world. When I call, he answers. And he don't really talk to a whole lot of people, so that's a cool privilege. And just to see him, I've been with him day one for stand up comedy, so to see
Right.
him go from a thousandaire to a millionaire,
Right. Right.
and everything he done to me, at least the one thing I was able to give to him was to tell him to do those skits and how much money he was missing by not doing it. So what can you give a millionaire? They got everything, but at least I can always say I was the person who told them, "Hey, man, take it to the next level. start shooting these skits because you got too much traction on your page not to be making this money.
And that's when
And
he really went up.
yep,
He went up off the skits.
yep, yes, sir.
Kind of during the pandemic, kind of like
Yes,
in that area,
yep,
I
yep,
guess he had
yep.
the time and he just went up.
It was perfect timing, man. And every time I hear him when he mentions that in the book, it just makes me feel good. So at least I can say I did something for him.
Right, right. That's real. So other than the comedy and producing, what other if you wasn't doing that, what other profession do you think you would be into?
Probably poker. I was a professional poker player for 7, almost 8 years. So if I wasn't doing this, I would pursue a professional career in poker.
Okay, that's some money there. That's
Yes, yes, yes.
especially around Atlanta. That scene around Atlanta is kind of
Oh
crazy
man,
too.
people don't know, man.
People
It's a
don't know.
I've been wanting to do a documentary about that for the longest because people don't even know what's going on right up under
It's
your
a need to know.
noses
Yeah,
in
it's a need
Georgia.
to know. Yeah, and
Yep.
a lot of money. And a lot of
Yes.
money.
You wouldn't believe the money on these tables, man.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
That-
I'm in the wrong field then. I need you to teach me poker, Jordan.
I
Hey,
taught my ex how to play. Shoot, she's semi pro. She be making money.
so when you doing lessons, because I'm down. Me and Bishop, we're going to show up and teach us some
You know what?
lessons going
That
on.
actually ain't a bad idea. I might need to
Not at
start
all.
teaching
A
poker.
class. Yeah,
Shoot,
a
yeah,
class.
poker class. Because a lot of people really want. The boom has passed, but when it takes a lifetime to master. It's easy to learn the mechanics of it, but you got to be able to read people. You got to know when to fold. A lot. Great players. If a person makes a good play, that was a good play because if you're wrong, it's not worth it. So there's so much of the experience that you need, but that's a good thing because I really want to get into talking about poker more, even in my stand-up comedy, because that's a whole new genre of people that only poker players can relate to the
Right. That you
gambling
could
and
shed a light on.
yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's real.
Well, I
But see,
definitely want a class. I definitely
I got
do.
you. I got you.
Okay. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Bishop.
no, I was just gonna say, like, even on the underground scene, even when you back living different lifestyle, even like dice games, like people don't realize how much money is
Yeah,
involved. It's a
yeah.
lot of money. It's nothing to walk into a room and see two, three, $400,000. You think it's on
Yep.
a minimal scale, but it's not.
No, it's not. Huge,
Like people
huge. I was
people
in
don't
some
have no
huge,
job. That's what they
yeah.
do.
I was in some huge, huge games that people still invite me to, and I'm like, I can't do that now. It ain't worth it. Even though it's only a misdemeanor, but it ain't worth now if for who I am and the
They
brand
gonna
that I
be shooting at
represent.
you. They gonna be shooting at you. And you don't never want to be in a situation where everybody's shooting at you.
Right.
Like,
Well, that was always my goal at the table anyway, is to get up on the people's feet, especially when I go to Vegas and I'm playing against these older non-black people. We'll call them non-black.
non-black. Yeah, I like that.
They don't want you taking nothing for them. So I throw that back in your face and just like, yeah, I bluffed you, just trying to get you to get under your skin so that you
Right.
will shoot at me. So the reason I just can't play any poker games anymore in Georgia. I gotta drive to Cherokee is because it's just because of the fact that it's illegal. So I can't, I can't be mixed up in any of that. I'm too
Yeah,
known.
see, that's a risk.
It's,
Yeah, right, right.
yeah, it ain't worth it.
And Georgia will be the last to legalize anything.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, we
And then
just
them poker games so big, bro. Like man, they would come, the games get robbed, and you can't do nothing. You can't call the police. You ain't supposed to be gambling.
you just got to take that on the chin. Straight. Yeah, that's real.
Well, I don't know if I need to take your classes then.
No, no, no. Cherokee ain't but two
Now
hours
you
away
can do
from
your
here.
own line. Do your
It's
own lines. You got Biloxi that ain't too far. Look,
Yeah,
you got
nah. You still
options.
play, just don't play in no home games because it ain't worth. Well, it it just depends on who you are. That's what I'm like.
That's what I'm about to say. They got security too. Look,
I got
Yeah.
you.
They're not
it
gonna
get
do
deep.
nothing. Yeah, I'm talking about back in the day before people started getting cameras
Right,
and
Yeah,
masseuses and all that stuff. It used to be just a game.
right.
I gotcha. But we're gonna come back to the comedy. Let's talk about this two preachers on a mission. You with my boy Mike Ben. I love me some Mike Ben. He's just as crazy. So
Hmm.
yeah, let's talk about this.
Yeah, this is amazing. This is the very first of many movies that's came from my that was created in my mind. Uh, Mike Ben had a pastor character. I had a pastor character. And I was trying to figure out a way to bring us together because we had already did a stage play, but I wanted to do something bigger. So I came up with a storyline and was just like, man, we should shoot this movie. And Mike is a really good writer. So we teamed up. I came up with the scenes. We started putting this stuff in order, and Two Preachers on the Mission was born, man. And we had our Atlanta premiere. It was completely sold out. That was amazing. Listening to the people laugh. The movie is starring me and the homie Mike Ben. It's gonna be on Jaro Gold Films, and I've teamed up with them, and I'm coming out. I'll do 4 or 5 more projects that are coming out. But Two Preachers on the Mission comes out on July 3rd on Jaro Go, and we're just excited to be a part of it.
Awesome, and congratulations to both of you. That's my boy too, so I definitely will be hitting him out. Shout out to Mike Ben.
So
And I'm
for
proud of
sure.
you, Jordan. I am. Congratulations on everything that you got going on.
Yeah, we got a lot of talent. We got a lot of talent. I'm not finished until I know all the talent is in Atlanta. Just the people that I work with who deserve opportunities. And I plan on Robert Townsend, Atlanta, and coming together and putting some amazing projects together. Uh, just and bringing some people that y'all wouldn't think that was gonna work together, and we're gonna continue to put out funny comedies and movies with the message.
Okay, well, I look forward to seeing that.
Yeah.
Definitely, indeed. But for some people that want to be a comedian or an actor, what kind of advice can you give to them?
Well, the advice I can give them is don't rush the process because it's it takes time. You have to learn. You have to put the energy in your craft. You have to be able to um, just take your time and understand that you got to build a brand, but you have an easier way to build a brand than it was 10 or 15 years ago. And now build your own audience and you're able to do anything that you want to do. That's a blessing in itself. But just understand you gotta teach yourself to do a whole bunch of stuff. Invest in yourself first, then ask somebody else to invest in you. Don't just be like, hey man, take a chance on me. I don't know you. But
Right.
if
You
you
got to spend some of your own money.
Yeah, or even if it ain't money, your time and energy of trying to
Yeah.
create. And it was a bunch of people I reached out to, man. They wouldn't give me the time of day. I was like, all right, I teach myself how to do it all. Then I edit, I shoot it, I'll write it, I'll film it. I teach myself how to do it all. Then now people blowing me up to work with me because I put the time and energy in myself first. And that's what you got to
Right.
do. And just understand for you to be successful, you gotta fail. Ain't nothing wrong with failing. No, don't have no fear. I've had a lot of practice in that, and it's important that you don't let fear stop you from getting to your goals.
Amen to that. Yes, indeed. I agree with you. But Jordan,
Hmm?
what is one quote you live by today?
Look at God. That's my quote. Everything I look at God. Look at God. Look at God. Something bad happened. Look at God. Something good happened. Look at God. Because that is my phrase, and that is what I live to. And I don't care what I'm going through. It's just for a minute. And when you got faith in God, you don't have no worries. Because once you're worrying, that means you done took your faith out. You took your faith away from what God gonna do. So for me, it's look at God no matter what. No matter what circumstance. I ain't never broke. I'm in between blessings. Yeah.
I know it. I love it. Bishop, Bishop have a fun fact question that he want to ask you before we end this interview for today.
All right, bro. So if you could spend 24 hours with any comedian or actor, living or dead, who would it be and why?
Hmm.
24 hours.
They gonna laugh at my answer, but I just gotta be real with it. It has to be Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy.
Yep. Because he's done so much. He's directed like I want to continue to direct. He has starred in like I want to continue to star in movies, and he's just a comedic genius who crossed over that the world loves. And so I would just want to know how he did it, what it took to do it, and just I would just love to just soak up all that knowledge. And then coming in at number two, Seinfeld, which sound weird,
Seinfeld?
but Seinfeld.
I was thinking Bernie Mac. I was thinking
No,
Bernie Mac,
no,
but
no.
Seinfeld.
Yeah, I
And he
like
was
Bernie Mac, but
Seinfeld was his own monster though.
Seinfeld had the number one show and is the
Mm-hmm.
highest paid of all time when from
Syndicated.
television. And it would be good just because TV is definitely where I want to go. I want to do sitcoms and I also want to do sketch comedy shows because it's the easiest to produce, and that's what I'm working on right now. So yeah, it would be good if I could actually sit down with Keenan Ivory Wayans too. But you can't have everything, you know.
Okay, okay.
They told me one. I done gave them three, but I'm just saying.
I'm trying to tell you, look, you gonna have to split it up. You gotta split it up. Okay.
Yes,
You know, black folks, you
indeed.
know how we do.
Right.
Mm. But I love those answers. I love Eddie Murphy. I
Yeah.
do. But if you could ask him one question, what would it be?
Um, does he regret not staying clean? Because he came out clean. He got Saturday Night Live and then he went to Raw. So I was just asking because Bill Cosby was super huge and he stayed in the clean lane. And that probably would be the question that I would ask him. If he had to all over do again, or would he still go on the same path? Because I think regardless whichever direction he would have went, he still would have been successful. Because he's at it.
Yeah,
Period.
I have another question on that. What's your motivation to keep your comedy clean?
Oh, I don't want to cut nobody out. I want everybody to come to the shows. I
All
want to make
audiences.
I want to make all the money. I want to be able to go do churches. I want to be able to go do corporate events. I want to be able to for you to send my video to your grandmother and she could laugh. And
Right.
so I can't box myself in. That's not to say that I won't have an opportunity to do something uh where I'm not clean in a movie or something, but
That's a
it just
different role.
yeah, it just makes more sense for me to never put myself in a box. I'm never gonna put myself in a box.
I
Because
love it.
Wayne does have different content as well, and is pretty much clean. He's not cursing and all
Yeah,
that.
he's
Um,
clean. He don't cuss. His subject matter is adult, but yeah, he just doesn't cuss.
you want the
And
mama, the daddy, and the 4 kids to come to the show.
right,
Bring the
exactly.
kids.
Hmm.
And when I'm up
Yep.
there and I'm asking where y'all come from, man, his age range is from 40 to 80.
Wow.
So Country Wayne is the only person I know that's got the hood, the church, the thieves, and the saints.
Yeah, yeah. So, hey, so that makes sense. That make it a whole lot clearer. You know.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It ain't that I'm a goody two shoes, and it ain't that I don't cuss, because people that made me mad. I really have. Did I say goody two shoes? My lord, scratch edit that out. But it's I'm not a SpongeBob SquarePants. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right,
I still get down. Trust me. Yeah, I got 5 kids, so you know I can cut. But
right, right,
but the bottom line is I want all the money.
right. That makes sense.
Yes, it does. All
And I
right, and
can't be.
we're
It can't be look at God with cussing. That ain't gonna work. It can't be look
That
at
ain't gonna work
God.
neither.
Dang.
Yeah, you gonna make the church people mad.
yep, yep. All right, so Jordan, for
Hmm?
me, I'm gonna do this at the end of every show. Your voice, you have to finish the question, okay?
Okay.
Your voice matters because
Because it's a voice that reaches over 1.8 million people. So I have the ability and the authority to make people's lives better.
ooh, I love
Well
that.
said. Well said.
Well said. And is there anything else you want to say to the audience before we get off?
I just want to say, anybody out there that's going through something, just understand that God always happy. We serve the same God, and even though it's rough right now, you can make it. You can do it day by day. Don't put a bunch of pressure on yourself to grow so fast. Just get 1% better every day. Start with one. And your life will change. You have to make decisions that I'm just not going to be the old person that I was. This is the new person. This is the person that's not going to procrastinate, because that is the killer of all success. I am a person who is now going to keep stuff straightened up. Whatever habits you need to change, start changing them today, a little bit at a time, and watch your world change. I'm telling you, you can do it. All you got to do is look at God.
Yes,
Amen.
sir.
Amen. Yes. And before we end this, I need you to give me a question for our next interviewer. You don't know who they are, you don't know anything. Just give me another question for our next interviewer.
If you could change one negative thing about yourself, what would that be and why?
Okay. And before we get off, where can everybody follow you?
You can follow me at Who is Jordan Jackson on everything. Just Google your boy, comedian Jordan Jackson. I said it. I'm Googleable. Googleable.
All right. Well, thanks, Jordan. Thanks for coming on today. I know I've been following your journey for a long, long time. I'm
Yeah,
glad
you
I can
have.
come out and support when I can. And thanks for coming on. I appreciate you,
Yeah,
and
thank
I'm
both of
just
y'all for
excited
having
for
me, man.
everything.
Yep. Yes,
Thank
sir.
y'all for having me.
Appreciate you.
It was a complete pleasure, and I hope that this interview helps some people, man, because that's what it's about at the end of the day.
Amen. All right, Jordan, well, you enjoy your day.
Thank you for joining us for another episode of 100 Stories, 100 Voices. If you enjoyed today's conversation, be sure to subscribe, leave a review, and share the episode with someone who needs to hear it. Remember, every person has a story, and it all begins with you. I'm Cece, and I'll see you next time.